USCJ. It's your boy Jakeem. Really appreciate what you're doing for USC culture, man. Keep going.
Going on, shout out USCJ, man. Appreciate the support. Shout out to USCJ, you know what it is. Nothing but love, man.
All right. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Listen, we have some technical difficulties, man, but we back moving and grooving. Happy Sunday, man. We can't, hey, what's up, big dog? We can't say happy victory Sunday, but we can say happy Sunday to everybody, man. We get ready to jump right into this, man. This is a regular Sunday, and we're gonna get into it, man. We got to get into the good, the bad, the ugly. We got to talk about this report card. Big J, what's the word?
How's it going, loved ones? You guys know I'm upset. I'm more heartbroken than anything. I'm not disappointed in the sense that we lost the football game. I mean, at the end of the world, I don't believe that there's going to be an undefeated champion this season. I don't believe any team that's going to contend for a championship this season is going to be undefeated. So I believe it just gives us a slightly larger mountain to scale. But I'm heartbroken for the team, for the players who have put so much into this and who I know are working so hard and have had to really work hard to adopt this new ideology and this new belief system for our culture. I'm disappointed for the recruits who are banking on this and watching our program and are praying, in the shadows and on the sidelines and from the comfort of their homes. I'm just disappointed in the fact that I think we could have really stirred the pot in a really awesome way. However, that's not in our cards for this season at this tenure of the season. So we just got to move forward. We got to fight on. And for all you athletes who are watching, man, my heart is with you guys because I know that's a long plane ride home. And I know you guys are going to come back with a lot of vitriol in your system, especially because of all of the difficulties that you had to endure over this past road trip.
No doubt, man. So let's get right into it. And, we saw college football, man. College football yesterday I think it was crazy. You saw Alabama come back and beat Georgia. We saw, of course, you guys know Florida State beat Virginia, but then we had our own little wacky thing going on, and we could get into it, Big J. It wasn't.
Florida State lost to Virginia.
They lost to Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They lost to a non-ranked team, and hey, we've seen this picture before. So, I mean, as it relates to USC, man, this was it was a hard thing to watch. You guys know I did a video about it. I did a live about it. It was hard to watch because you kind of get the sense and the feeling that every time we went on defense, we just wasn't going to be able to stop anybody. That was a horrible feeling to have, and we felt like possible adjustments could take place, but they never did. So, Jay, we'll get into this. We could do the report card thing, and then we could talk about the defense as a whole. I'll do that last as far as the report card is concerned. But we're gonna say that for last. say the best for last.
Sometimes when it hurts so bad, sometimes all you can do is try to laugh it off, man. It was Young Tiny said it best. It was definitely rough. Because we love our team. We love our athletes. We love these young men. We love our coaching staff.
Yeah.
We love our community. There's so much about this that it leaves a really sour stain on your spirit. Like, man, it's hard.
Hey, man. Hey, I had a hard time last night. I had a hard time I wanted to watch college football, enjoy college football. I couldn't enjoy it last night. I mean, it was hard to watch. On the flip side, we'll get to these grades. The offensive side, man, let's get to that first. And like I said, we'll do the defensive side. Overall, man, we saw the offense come out. We'll do the running backs. We'll start with the running backs. Big J, we in the beginning, we got to keep it 100. I love all the running backs. We got explosive running backs.
Yeah.
But what do you want to grade this running back room right now? Given how we came out the gate. But you know, I think we had a tone-setting drive that was getting ready to take place. I think the drive would have solidified us throughout that game, and we could have shut the crowd out. However, there was a fumble, Jay. So talk to me, man.
So as much as I love the athletes who are carrying the ball for us, all of them, and I love all of their unique skill sets and the contributions they bring into the squad. First of all, when you lose the ball, when you fumble the ball and lose the ball, you automatically get demoted a full letter grade to me. So the highest ceiling for them for this game could have been a B at the highest ceiling.
Yeah.
So based on the productivity we had, and so I think some of the holes that we didn't attack in the way that we could, I'm going with a B minus.
A B minus for the running backs. I could live with that.
For me,
and I know,
and that's me being extra critical.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing. I know Wayman Jordan is a much better back. You know, as far as securing the ball, he got to be able to secure that ball. And look, there are not a lot of running backs that's gonna move and groove like Wayman Jordan.
No.
But at the end of the day, you just got to secure that ball. So I'm gonna say B as well. I'm gonna go with the receivers. I'll go ahead and give my grade. I'm gonna give it A because of Mekhi Lemon. I think overall, man, Mekhi Lemon, I think he's gonna absolutely be the lead in the way as far as the Biletnikoff Award. I think he continues to show why he has that extra dog in him. I think he continues to show that he can, you know, I mean, pretty much outrun everybody, outbully everybody, even though he's not the biggest guy in the world. He shows that type of heart. So I'm giving him an A, just because of Mekhi Lemon. What you got?
I'm giving him an A plus.
Yeah. Well, A plus. Yep.
I'm giving him an A plus because of one, the contested catches, the critical moments that those catches were made, finding the soft spots in a very aggressive defense. And not only that, but just being the spark that gave our entire team hope. Like Mekhi specifically, but Jaden, he played well. Tanuk had a big early, I think it was a third down conversion early in the game that kept us alive. So we scored that next drive. We got the ball. Man, Lake McCree looking like an All-American.
No, he looks good, man. But that's the tight ends. We got to do the tight ends next.
Nah, to me, he was our third receiver, so I'm going receivers.
Okay, well, you know, I mean, but you know, you know, yeah.
I'm with you. But bro, so I'm gonna give the receivers as a whole.
Absolutely,
they're gonna get an A plus.
Absolutely.
Even Jacoby fighting through injury, he came up with some clutch and critical moments for us. I mean, couldn't keep that kid off the field. I'm excited about our offense overall.
Absolutely. Well, we'll just go ahead and do the tight ends. I'll go ahead and give them an A as well. I think they still continue to play good. Walker Lyons, Lake McCree, both of them, you know, proved to be one of Jaden Mayawa's, you know, positive targets, man. So absolutely. And I know you give them an A. Let's move on because everybody want to talk about this defense. I already know what everybody want to talk about.
The O-line?
Well, I'm about to do them right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give them. Look, we've had Elijah Page out of there. Keelan O'Connor was out. So I think effort. Now, okay, Reed, that whole little situation, man, I know he should have kind of trailed the line. You can't go past 3 yards. And that Mekhi Lemon play that was called back, that was on him. So look, we got to go with the B minus on them, just because of the fact that they have some guys that were out, Keelan O'Connor, Elijah Page, and the fact that they continue to still fight and can still continue to keep Jaden up. I think they get a B.
So we didn't give up any sacks, right?
Right.
So that's what makes me feel good. I don't think we had too many. I don't even recall that many false starts or holdings. I don't recall any of that stuff.
Right.
I could have had my blinders on though. So I thought the offensive line played under the circumstances in a hostile environment with losing the anchor of your whole O line and your initial center, and then also losing the veteran leader with Elijah. that's a lot to overcome.
That's a lot. It is a
That's
lot.
a lot. That really truly is a lot to overcome. And the fact that Jaden still was able to kind of work within the restraints of the offense. Okay. I'm glad John Ray came in and he did do a lot of, productive things for us in his, that one high snap when we were in the red zone and we ran that boot. I think the timing of that play was so disrupted by that high snap. I don't know if you remember that, but it ended up.
It really threw a lot of stuff.
Right before the half, I think we could have scored a touchdown on that one high snap. So, just with regards to critical execution and timing, I mean, I'm going to give them also a B minus. Not. Okay. I mean, it wasn't their strongest push. I thought there was a lot of penetration by the defensive line, and I thought Jaden was under a lot more pressure than he needed to be. In my opinion, they protected better against Michigan State, who had on paper, statistically, a superior D line. So, though, there's just such a lot of factors and variables to consider, particularly on an away game, the early start, hostile, homecoming environment with a team who, since the beginning of this season, Illinois versus USC, it's just been so bolstered on both sides. This is going to be the crux of the season. Can Illinois prove that they, wasn't a fluke last year? Can USC prove that they got over the hump? All this stuff. And one of us came out on top, and unfortunately, we weren't on the right side of this one. So,
no doubt.
B minus to me for the O-line.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Now, we just really kind of speeding to this thing to get to this D real quick.
Can you guys hear us, by the way? Did the comments say that they can hear us?
Yeah, I think they can hear it. Yeah. I think they can hear.
Because Keith is hitting me up saying he can't hear us.
Oh, really?
Keith Biggers, yeah.
That might be the old one.
Tell him kill that link. We're on a new one.
Yeah, Keith. Well, shoot, I'm talking to him like I'm talking to him.
Excuse us, guys. This is a family show. We're gonna keep it G and keep it family.
Hey, can you guys hear us?
Thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear us. Little victory emojis.
Yeah, they should be able to hear us.
Okay.
So moving on to this defense now. Man, I don't know where to start. I'll say this. Last week, we saw a lot of pressure from the defensive line, and up to this point, this defensive line has had major pressure. To me, it honestly looked like something was wrong with them. I could be wrong, but it's no excuse. At the end of the day, man, they were getting pushed off the ball, man. What are your thoughts on the defensive line, and where do you want to grade them?
So, I mean, I'm gonna have to grade them. Well, overall, man, the whole defense. I'm just gonna skip it, bro. I don't need to even give any.
I know, because I mean, we gotta do it as a whole, man. You really do.
So, the D line in this game, it just seemed like the competitive fire wasn't the same as it's been for the first 4 games.
Right.
I thought I saw a lot of high pad level. It looked like we were struggling to win our one-on-ones in the interior. And when guys got double teamed and they were forced to 2-gap in certain situations, I mean, we were getting knocked off the ball like I hadn't seen since 2 years ago. I don't think I've seen us get stonewalled at the line of scrimmage like that since before Coach Lane got here. At not one time last season do I recall, in my opinion, seeing us get just stonewalled. Like all of our really skilled pass rushers, our interior guys were just stuck. It looked very unique. There was a lot of hands outside the shoulders. I'm not gonna, cry about that, but when I was watching some of the big runs that Illinois got, almost every one of them, the old linemen did have hands outside of the shoulder pads and were pulling our D linemen into them. And it's like we couldn't figure out how to stop that from happening because they didn't get any penalties. So that's just how they're allowed to block in this conference. And if we cannot make those adjustments, particularly in away games when the game is on the line, we got to figure out a way how to fake it, how to, like, you have to do something, guys, because you know that you're getting held our game. So I'm not going to completely blame you, but we just got to figure out how to overcome those type of challenges in those environments. Because, yeah, you know how many times they grabbed Devin Tompkins? I mean, like, it was just every play, somebody had their hands like full bear hugging around him, and his arms couldn't get free, and they were just driving back. So we just got to learn from this. We have to also figure out when guys are running straight at us, we got to get a lower center of gravity, a lower pad level to make sure that you know, our edge defenders can knife in and help, because there was too many multiple layers within the line of scrimmage, and the running backs had lanes that they shouldn't have had. For my opinion, that's just my
I agree.
My visual perception.
I agree, and it looked like they weren't getting no penetration at all. I've seen not one. I don't even remember. Do you remember one time at all that they got in the backfield at all?
No, not anything of substance.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, we talked about them possibly collapsing the pocket, being that they're strong at the sack, but we didn't see any of that. So yeah, we're dealing with the D line. So I mean, let's move to the secondary, because we're gonna grade the defense as a whole. I totally agree.
So secondary, well, like I said last week, I think if the things that show up week after week after week for the first quarter of the season continue to carry on, and we're saying, oh, they're coachable, these are coachable things. Sometimes it doesn't matter what your coaches are telling you what to do. If within the game situations, if that's just how you're executing, that becomes who you are. That's seems to be your identity. But I can say this. I've been to Indiana before, and I know we weren't in Indiana, but you fly into Illinois and then you go to Indiana. Like when we played,
you fly to Chicago.
You fly into Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You fly into Chicago. And I'm going to tell you, when I played against Notre Dame my senior year, you cannot believe how sick I was. Someone gave me food poisoning. Something that we were served gave me food poisoning. And so for Kamari and my understanding, a large portion of the defense.
Yeah, that's what he says here.
We're all feeling sick.
Yeah.
But I was in that game. I felt terrible the whole game. So my heart is with the guys, but you still got to find a way. You just got to find a way somehow. If you're out there, you got to find a way. But, you know, no excuses. We got to fight on. Our defensive secondary needs. We need to reevaluate a lot of the core principles of coverage and make sure that they learn from this. And I'm not the coach. I'm not going to tell them what to do, but something has to change, or else the season will deteriorate.
Absolutely. You know, the definition of insanity is what? It's do the same thing
over and over again.
Over and over again. Yeah, that's the and expect a different result. And it appears from a secondary standpoint, that's what we're doing. It's like we're doing the same thing over and over again. And we saw glimpses of this from the beginning of the game, from the beginning of the season.
Right.
But you know, we thought, okay, maybe, you know, we were outscoring them, outmaneuvering them, and outpowering them so much that it really wasn't magnified like the way it was magnified versus Illinois. Like I'm trying to remember. I don't even know if in the Caleb Williams years, you know, when it was like that. At some point we did, you know, I remember going to Oregon State a couple games and we kind of had some stops, but just to like you really know that they're gonna get out here and they're gonna score was like, I just, you know, like I said, that last score we went up. I had my hands just like this, looking through my fingers because I was just I was Hey, let me stop. Jamie, hey, you know what? Hey, Jay, man, you gotta stop this, bro. Hey, you really gotta stop, bro. Hey, man. Hey, I don't even. Hey, everybody, don't pay attention to Jaywalk right now. For real, he's tripping.
I'm so mad at you right now, bro.
He's tripping. Hey, I'm sick.
Nah,
hey,
bro.
I'm sick.
You should have seen me screaming.
Like,
you should have seen me screaming. Why did y'all score? I was mad they scored.
Hey, man, I've never seen. So I'm saying this. I'm saying that to say, I know for a fact, with all my heart, we are better than that. I believe like we went like our defensive line is not leading the country right now, or was leading the country with sacks, and don't have the ability. I believe partially some of that other stuff with the time difference, and I'm not making no excuses, with the time difference as well as the food poison. I believe that could have been a factor. I believe that this game could be a bounce back game, the same way Illinois used that. Now we didn't get blown out. Illinois got blown out by Indiana. I believe that we could use this game as a bounce back game, and the coach is gonna have to figure something out, man, schematically. So Jay, schematically, what do you think we could do schematically, man? Now it's a possibility Alex Graham may be coming back for the Michigan game. We got to buy. If they pencil him in at the cornerback, at the nickelback spot, I think that's something that could be, utilized that way, and put Kamari Ramsey back at the safety along with Bishop Fitzgerald. But I like Christian Pierce, but I just believe Kamari Ramsey's that dude, man. But you did notice his presence though yesterday, absent.
Yeah, you could feel the vacancy. You could feel it.
Yeah.
You could they really, really went after all of the backups who came in. I'm not gonna call anyone out. But they took advantage of the matchups, and we had a very similar. It was a parallel of 2 different weeks. So the very same things that happened to Illinois the week before, subsequently happened to us this week, and I have a lot of empathy. I have a lot of empathy for what they went through. Their secondary getting decimated. Now our secondary didn't get decimated, but we came in already with a little bit of our depth in the secondary was questionable because of some really, really untimely injuries that happened as the season drew near. But to have Kamari pop out without an ability to actually game plan and prep for that was devastating. I don't think anyone knows, because he's our green dot guy. He's the communications guy.
Yeah. It looked like it. It looked like he was out of there. With that.
Yeah, and so when you don't report the green dot before the game, I don't know if anybody else can have it. I believe you have to let the officials know who that player is well ahead of time. So I don't know did we even have a green dot player out there this week, because Kamari wasn't out there.
That I don't know. It might have been Bishop Fitzgerald or
well, customarily they normally identify the green dot athletes as a part of the television to tell you which athletes have the green dot. I don't know if we had that, and it looks like you could tell that there was a lapse in overall communication. There was no glue that connected the secondary to the linebacker core to the defensive line, and it just seemed like there was so many vacancies within our coverage concepts that normally weren't there this season. And you would be shocked to know how important a nickel player is to making sure people in the fronts are properly set and everything's in alignment. So for all of everybody that's been fussing about Kamari doesn't need to play nickel anymore, Kamari needs to be a safety, like, believe me, Kamari is very, very significantly important whenever he's out on the field, especially right now, when we do have 2 high functioning safeties. Like Christian Pierce is a dog.
He's a dog. I mean, and that's the hard thing about it. Like trying to
is. And Bishop Fitzgerald is playing very sound. He's one of the top 10 rated safeties in the nation currently. And I think Christian Pierce is making his way up there as well. So then you pair that and couple that with how Kamari's playing down there in the box along with the backers. We have good pieces. We just got to make sure that we're aligned, and our freshman cornerbacks, which are playing the lion's share of the reps in our games, we got to make sure that they continue to develop and just understand the competitiveness necessary for these critical moments. Like, we got so many young guys who are getting quality reps, which I'm very happy for the future, but the future needs to be today for this current pilgrimage that we're on now. So we need those guys to just keep getting the reps that they're supposed to get, learn from film, take some chances, but within the the scheme, and then match the physical tone that the game dictates.
So schematically, okay, you don't think that there needs to be anything done as far as personnel change? And I saw the difference with Kamari Ramsey out of there.
Schematically,
anything scheme wise, press coverage, whatever that we could probably do.
We were in press coverage. It didn't matter because we didn't necessarily press from press coverage. We play zone. It didn't really matter because we passed things off and they still ran right into the vacancies of our zone. We played 2 high. We played 3 high. I think we played from things that I saw, and there were some exotic blitzes. Some of our blitzes got smacked before they could even manifest. So, like, I'm just going to tell you, in this particular matchup, it seemed like Illinois was very much one step ahead offensively and understood our tendencies very well. So I know Coach Lynn is going to adjust from that. I know Coach Ryan and Coach Henderson and Coach Noah, and I know we're going to make, and Trevon Reed, we're going to make adjustments. Coach Belk, it's still a young season. You guys, I'm not pretending like it's the end of the season. Not at all. This is the most parity.
Look, there are a lot of one-loss teams, and that's what I tried to relay. Yeah,
there is, and there's
a lot of one-loss teams.
I don't believe anybody's going undefeated. That's the national champion might have 2 losses.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that right now with how much competitive parity there is in the nation right now. I don't think that there is a clear and present number one. And to me, the most impressive team in the country so far has been Indiana, to me. And
you think more than Oregon?
I think that they would run. I think that they would give Oregon some problems. I really do. Oregon has been competitive, but I don't think that they've been as impressive to me with as well-rounded as Indiana has played, with like among the high-scoring offense in the country, a defense that doesn't give up, more than 100 yards rushing a game. They get after the quarterback violently, just like our team has demonstrated. So there's going to be some changes this season. So let's just keep our spirit. Let's keep the negative thoughts down to a minimum. I'm going to say you got to control the ants. You know what ants are, Jay?
Yeah, they ants.
But yeah, they crawl around in your head.
Yeah.
Ants, guys. Look, ants. ANTS. Automatic negative thoughts. You got to squash the ants, man. Don't let negative thoughts about our team creep into your brain. Don't let negative thoughts about our athletes creep into your spirit.
Right.
Don't let negative thoughts about our program creep into your heart, because that stuff festers and it molds you from the inside out. It creates mold and mildew within you. You stain your spirit and you become a disdainful. You're an anti-fan. You become the same as
say that one more time. And I think it's important too, Jay, to really relay this message for the fan base. We think, we see the reality of the situation, but ultimately we think different. We think I've always thought kingdom. I've always thought from a perspective of, look, as a man thinketh, so is he. And it's not that you reject what you currently saw on the field, but at the end of the day, I believe in each one of these athletes, and I'm speaking life to them. And we saw a lost in the sauce performance on defense. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. And I guess, D- or F, whatever you want to give them. But at the end of the day, I know that they're better than that. I believe with all my heart that they're better than that.
That's correct. I've had horrible games. I've seen Troy Polamalu have non-ideal games. I've seen guys who I really admire, Darnell Bing. I've seen him struggle in certain games. I've struggled in certain games. I've seen Adoree Jackson, who we love, get torched and struggle in certain games. Guys, everybody is learning and growing. We are all on a path to understand how we can help this team, how to play in this new conference under the new landscape of college football. I'm just telling you that when you bash athletes, you create all the things that you don't want, and you have to understand in life.
Man, I'm telling you,
never say anything in life, or never say anything or think anything about someone or yourself that you do not want to be true. Like, if you don't want whatever you're thinking to be a consistent truth, then don't say it, don't think it. Because just like Jay says, so a man thinketh, so is he. And the power of life and death does live in your tongue.
Power of the tongue. Absolutely.
And so I'm not going to say great job if it's not a great job.
It wasn't. We keeping it real with that.
I'm going to say, look, we believe in you. We know that there are some adjustments that has to be made. Nobody is more heartbroken than the athletes themselves. Believe me, you guys do not care about this program as much as these athletes do. You do not care as much as Eric Gentry does. You do not. You do not.
But they act like they do and put some loss in the
how bad this feels to you.
Yeah.
No, Eric Gentry hates a loss more than you. Believe me. And the conversations I've had with him, that dude puts his every drop of sweat and blood and soul into what he does out there for us. Single-handedly, defensively, he kept us in that football game. So, and great game, EG. Eric, you're on your way to a Butkus season, and I'm calling it here. You're a Butkus finalist, if not the winner. And the only reason you wouldn't win is because of politics, in my opinion. You're remarkable. You're the best linebacker in the nation. You have been for the last 2 years, even though you were unhealthy one season. Keep doing it, man. You are truly, truly the heartbeat and the pulse of this defense. We need you, bro. Just stay in it, man. Stay in it and keep your brothers uplifted, Eric.
Absolutely. So the defense, we think they could possibly bounce back. They got a 4 week to try to recover. And as we stated, we have several people. We're gonna start taking some calls real quick. We ain't gonna stay on this forever. We didn't give them the highest grade. You didn't even tell me your grade.
For the defense?
Yeah.
Well, I would give them a fail if it wasn't for those 2 forced fumbles in the most critical moments of the game. Those 2 forced fumbles gave us the post that we had. It gave us the lead.
So D minus?
D minus it is. And that's
okay.
hard.
Yeah, I'm for that. I'm for that as well.
That's really hard.
It wasn't the greatest performance, but we believe that they can bounce back from that.
Yeah, because I struggle to believe that, I think we've been holding teams to 20 points a game or something. We've been a 20-point defense, I think last year, 20 points for the most part this season. And then for us to give up over 30, I don't believe that that's going to be our consistent pattern. I reject that in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. It's not. Let me ask you something real quick, Jay. Do you think that Illinois team, I know a lot of people, they were down on the team. Do you think that Illinois team is better than Notre Dame?
I do think that Illinois team is better than Notre Dame.
I think they were the number 9 team in the country for a reason.
No, I think that they're better than Notre Dame.
Yeah. I do too. We got a bunch of calls in here. We're gonna jump into it.
Hats off to him. He's a vet. He really did his thing, and having home field advantage and us turning over the ball early, keeping that crowd alive, that put us behind the 8 ball big time. We can't turn the ball over in the first drive when we're driving. That creates such a mismatch, and then we lost the middle 8. That killed us too in time of possession, where they controlled the ball for those last 8 minutes. Like, I'm just telling you, there's so many ways to learn from this. One, we can't fumble that first drive. We have to
that
secure
changed the momentum and the trajectory of the game. Literally.
It really did. And then we went for on 4th and early in our side of the field, and we did not convert. That also, those were 2 drives that put our defense behind the 8 ball, and we're scrambling from there.
Absolutely,
so we're scrambling from there. So that's kind of where I'm gonna leave it.
All right, let's get in. We got these, man. There's so many calls in here right now. It's unreal. I'm gonna take the first call real quick. Let's go. Paulie, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Happy Sunday to both of you. I hope you guys enjoy your day.
What up, Paulie?
So anyway, I'll make this quick, man. I got to talk to you. I got to tell you, it's that was a tough, rough one to take, man. That one we took it on the chin, but just like anything in life, God knows in my job, man, there's the months that I don't produce, and things get tough. Your back's against the wall. The true mark of a man is how you bounce back from adversity. No one knows this better than these coaches out there. Who am I, as just a regular content guy, out here to come criticize these young players and these coaches and just blast them? I don't believe in that, and I'm a strong believer in believing and trusting the process. You know, these guys are professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what needs to be done. You know, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and they know that. We all know that. But you know, all we can pray for, man, is that these young gentlemen get developed the way they need. They get the development that they need, and that they become productive football players. That's all we can ask for. And you know, there's some great kids there, and they can come from good families. And I want nothing more than this program to succeed. We're Trojans here, man. That stands for something. I've been a fan since 1976, since I was a little boy, and this program means the world to me. So win or lose, you know, I'm gonna ride with us no matter what. And for people to blast Lincoln the way they did, you know what? If I was coach, I would have done the same thing. By no means am I some coach at all, but you know what? I was okay with them scoring because you know what? It's a hostile environment. The game was kind of one of those weird type of games where there was no guarantee we were going to get in the end zone in that scenario, man. It's tough to score in the red zone like that and on the road in a tough environment like that. And when you get an opportunity to get your best player one-on-one, I was okay with it. You know what? And even though the defense was struggling and getting beat, man, all day long, it's like boxing or any other sport. You know, no matter how many rounds or how many periods or quarters you're getting beat up, you still have that one opportunity. And I felt and I truly believe that our defensive coordinator maybe could look in one of these guys' eyes and say, listen, we need one big time play from you guys. Let's make it happen. Let's pack it up and go home.
And believe them, but they didn't come up with it.
Yeah, they didn't come up with it, and that's the way it happens, man. You know, you win some, you lose some, you know, but still, it's just the effort that, you know, I mean, I'm riding with Riley, and I always have. And to me, I see the other things. When Jaden threw that pick, and he's down there by himself with his head down, refusing to take his helmet off.
I saw Riley picked his head up.
Yeah, Riley goes over like a true leader, talks him up, makes things a little bit. Those are the little things I look at when I'm watching USC football. You know, and instead of picking apart the bad stuff, I look at things like that. And you know what? Good for you, coach, and kudos to you for doing that. So anyway, man.
Hey, Polly, man, let me just say, hey, well said. Hey, I salute you, man. Jay, you had anything you want to say on that?
Nah, Polly, I couldn't agree more, man. I'm with you. I love your refreshing approach, your respectful approach. And I'm gonna tell you, when I talk to these guys, Paulie, listen, when I talk to the players, there's so many content creators that they can't stand you guys.
Yeah, I believe it.
Look at me. No. Listen to me.
Yeah,
Hear me. There's so many of you creators out there. You wouldn't be able to look these players in the eyes with some of the vitriol and the
they be hiding. That's why.
You hide behind your keyboard, and you know you would never say the things that you say to any of these players' face. And if you're getting offended, if you feel that nervousness in your stomach right now, yeah, it's you I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And you definitely wouldn't say it to my face, not in person. I guarantee that. So here's what I'm gonna say, Paulie, for you to be the type of man that you are, and you speak with such respect and from an honest approach, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But some of you out of pocket with your comments.
Yeah.
And you're disrespectful, unjustifiably. You have no right to speak on some of the things that you speak on, especially if you ain't never been in that locker room or been in those cleats.
Yeah.
I'm standing with my young brothers right now. I could talk to them like a big brother because I'm never going to do it from a disrespectful place. So here's what I'm going to say. Keep keep doing it the way you're doing it, Paulie. It's the right way, bro. And I appreciate that. And so do and the players do as well.
You know what I got to tell you, when I get messages from parents, from some of the players, and thanking me for being so respectful, it's not that, right away everyone, oh, you're kissing their butt and this and that. You know what, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. I was a single parent, man, put 2 kids through college by myself, and I live by this poem. It's called The Man in the Glass. The man in the glass never lies to you. When you look in every morning at that person that's staring right back at you, that's what you got to live with. If something's not right in your life, the man in the glasses is going to tell you, man. So that's kind of how I live my life. And who am I to be questioning the hard work and dedication these young kids put into it? This is USC. This is bigger than all of us. And you know what, man? And the fan base to me is no matter what the situation is, they could lose every single game, they could tank or whatever the case may be. My job as a fan is to support this team and support these players and let them know that we're out here, man, through thick and thin, and giving 100%. But anyway, guys, listen, man, I got nothing but respect for all you guys out there. But you know what? But both of you, thank you so much for having me on. And
all right, Paulie,
God bless, man.
Hey, tell them where they can find you real quick, Paulie.
You know what? I do quick shorts. I do a pregame show with Preston every Saturday morning called Pregames at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can catch me. I just dropped a nice little video talking about this exact topic right here. And it's called Calling the Shots Podcast with Paulie Walnuts on YouTube. And you know what, man? I speak from the heart. I freestyle everything. I don't script or write anything. It's all from the heart, man.
Hey, I'm the freestyle king around here, man. Hey, you got to know the team up here inside out, man.
You got it. You better believe it, brother. You guys enjoy your Sunday.
Right,
God bless, and fight on.
God bless,
out there,
man.
okay?
All right, let me get this next one. Uncle Boom.
Yo, what's popping, fellas? What's popping?
Hey, man, what's the word?
What up?
Hey, Jaywalk, man, you know what? I'm glad you said what you said, bro, because you are totally 100% right about none of these fans care more about what happens on that football field more than those players.
No.
And when you see all the comments that go down on Twitter, it is mind-boggling to me.
It's incredible, man.
How they feel, or some of the things that they say, that they think they could do a better job on that field than some of these kids can. And I'm glad you said it. And I wish all the people that say all those things on Twitter were here right now watching you and Jay. And I wish they would have heard what you said, because you're speaking to all of them right now. And you know what? The thing is that the parents see all those comments. And you said it earlier as well. The players don't like majority of these creators out there, because all they do is talk crap. That's all they do. Whenever they get a chance to bash the team, bash the coach, bash the coaches in a negative light, they take it to 100, and they don't choose to speak life into these kids. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you said that, bro, because it's 100% true, and it needed to be said. And you're 100% right that they would never say it to any of these kids' faces in person.
No, they wouldn't.
Crazy.
They wouldn't.
You know,
man.
I've run into a handful of content creators, and they become Stutter and Stanley in person.
Yeah.
And it's here's the deal. The athletes know what's real. The athletes and the coaches know what's real. And they know when people are genuinely praying and supporting them. I mean, we're all human. Of course, we're fans as well as people who support and love the program, but we're going to offer our opinions on things. But my opinion isn't fact. It isn't. I don't know the scheme or what their coaching cues are specifically. I can go off of my assumptions and my experience. But at the end of the day, I got to rock and roll and ride with the coach and the riders that he put out on the squad. I'm out there with them. It's like, who ride? We ride.
Right.
That's it. We ride together. And the fact is I didn't get to play this last weekend, but I inherit the loss just like my brothers do. But their pain is magnified. I can guarantee it. I'm upset, but they're hurting. They're hurting from it, right? and we lost players. Like
Right.
I'm devastated for O'Connor, man.
Yep.
So let's just put things into perspective and realize that these are humans.
Yep.
And these are people that one day aspire to get better and better and better. And you don't judge a person for today because he's going to become somebody different tomorrow. So, man, like, come on, man. I'm just tired of all the negative stuff. And I respect Coach Lincoln Riley. I respect every person that he's brought in, all the administration and all of the players around this. So let's just rock and roll with our squad, fellas.
And it's for what you said, it speaks to how much USCJ has grown and since he started, and with his new intro that he has on his videos that he makes, it shows that the players have so much love for Jay, is that they're actually shouting him out before the season. You know what I mean? Like, that shows how much they respect him as a content creator, because he's always keeping it, one, it's 100, and two, he does nothing but speak positivity to all these kids in dang near every single video that he makes. You know what I mean? And I could tell because he's always talking to some recruits' parents. He's talking to recruits during the season. He's always making a video of a recruit. You know what I mean? And he's Tanook Hines' dad is a prime example. Whenever he has him on, Jay is killing it right now, and he's a prime example of speaking life into these kids, man. And Jay, hats off to you, bro. As a content creator, as a brother, bro, as a brother in Christ, bro. Like, you know, hats off to both of you brothers. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, boom.
Man, I definitely appreciate you as well, man. And that's not to say we don't critique, and we did the grades. We gave the defense a D- or whatever, and they need to get better. But at the same time, you know, one thing I can't stand is calling somebody trash or garbage.
Right.
Yeah. I can't stand it. I mean, that's just like that's disrespect on the highest level to me.
Especially when you're playing an NCAA sport, whether it's D1, D2, D3, NAIA, junior college, it don't matter. You are an athlete.
D2. That's what I said. Hey, look, my son had a full ride scholarship D2. Do you know the percentage, and Jay could tell you, the percentage of just anybody getting to college, making it and playing a sport? The percentage is so low. Like, most people don't get a shot to do that. So yeah, I mean, I get it, man. I understand that aspect too. But Uncle Boom, I appreciate you, man. It's stacking up. I can get lost in this conversation all day.
Oh yeah, real. I really could. I really could.
Most definitely. Fight on, both of you brothers, bro. Fight on.
All right, fight on, fam.
So, hey guys, we grade and judge the performance, not the person. You judge the performance, not the person. It's real simple. Separate the performance from the human. Separate them. It's significant, because that person also is a child of someone, a brother of someone, a sibling of someone, somebody's mentor, somebody's father. You understand? Somebody's one and only child. Like, chill out on calling players disrespectful names.
I'm gonna take this next call.
Behind the player, that's a person. Chill.
All right, Young Tiny.
Hey, what up, loved ones?
What up?
How's it going, man?
What up, Jay? Yeah, hey, first of all, thank you, Uncle Boom and Polly. Polly, you're awesome, bro. And I just really appreciate you guys' take, as well as everybody that pointed out the negativity aspect of it, as far as degrading players due to performance or just for your liking, your disliking, or whatever that may be. We all have our favorites. I get it. But we got to continue to uplift these players. Yeah, you could grade them. We could do all that, but the negativity aspect of it, it's not cool, bro. As a former athlete, and as someone like Jaywalk and Jay that's still in contact with current athletes, you know, I got little cousins. Some of their friends is playing on our team currently. So, you know, they all talk, and yeah, they can't stand certain content creators. So I'm happy that Jaywalk, that you put that out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah,
as far
absolutely,
as
man.
Now as far as this game, you know, I'm hurt just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And was frustrated as well. But you know what? We will fight on, man. I'm gonna keep the faith, man. I agree with you guys pretty much on the grades per position as well as overall offense and defense. But you know, I seen some stuff, man, and I know everybody's going back and forth saying like we scored too fast, this. But one aspect I don't think that everybody's everybody's bringing up is that when we got that ball, it was like 6 minutes left on the clock. It was it was well over 5 minutes. It was about 6 minutes. And yeah, we scored and left 140 on the clock. But look how much time that is. We knocked off the clock. Nothing is guaranteed. And I told Jay and Jaywalk, I told Jay this the other day, like, look at it from this point of view. And Jaywalk, you might feel me on this. When they drove all the way down on that drive when Eric Gentry punched the ball out, keep it 100. Did we think they was gonna score?
I did.
I did too. I didn't know Eric Gentry was gonna make that Buckets Award winning play and punch that ball out.
I was praying like you couldn't believe, Rob. Praying.
Man, I didn't know that, fam. I didn't know that. So, like, in football, bro, anything can happen. Like I told Jay too, like, was I nervous after we scored and left 140 on the clock and they have 3 timeouts? You dang right. I'm not about to front. Yo.
Can you see my hand? I was just, I told Jay, well, I was just like this.
Bro, I was shaking like Don Knotts.
Yeah. I was like that. I couldn't, but you know, hey, it is what it is, bro.
But it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, we have this ideal in our head that, okay, let's run some more plays, run the clock down, make them use timeouts. But this football, y'all, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at some point in time, we were nervous. Our defense ain't been on point like they should be. But as a true Trojan fan and as somebody that's always looking at the positive and speaking of positivity into existence, I was hoping somebody stepped up and we made a stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was I nervous? Yeah, because of our performance all game. We couldn't stop running water. You know? But I don't know. That's just me, bro.
We all know that the defense did not perform up to the standard. We have a standard. They always say keep the standard, keep the main thing. The main thing is we had a very off night defensively, off morning. That is the main thing. Our defense, we got outperformed. We got whooped. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. None of those athletes in there overall feel happy or confident about what they demonstrated as a unit. I can guarantee you that. So as we now kind of limp, unfortunately, we got to limp into this bye week. This is a much needed time for restoration.
Man,
we gotta really kind of reload. We emptied the clip.
Right.
We gotta reload. We knew that we were still in a rebuild season. I was hoping that we could pull this one off because I really believe that it would have shaped the landscape of how we were perceived nationally for the rest of the season. And the things that we demonstrated on film, they're exposed. So now it's time for us to continue to re-identify ourselves, create a stronger defensive identity, and make sure offensively we really protect that ball, man. We can't turn over the ball on the opening drive of the game, not when the crowd is too invested.
Thank you, bro.
No we're home or away. So those are real things. And overall, I mean, I think I give our whole team a C.
Yeah.
Overall,
and don't forget, we received, right? So like that possession at the beginning of the game, fumbling while we're driving with momentum away at a 9 o'clock game time game, that was a turn of momentum. We fought back,
man,
and we fought back.
Talked about that. Listen, if we would have scored that first touchdown and Wayman Jordan didn't fumble that, and we know he's going to recover from that, just think about this. That would have knocked the air out of that crowd, man. And the first drive, just drive down the field like that, and we were really having our way. And that was a big run that Wayman Jordan, took off with, but it went another way.
It was. Let me say something real fast, fam. Spider-Man 2099. With all due respect, first of all, we appreciate you being here. Thank you for the views, the comments. But, bro, log in hit that link and come tell us how you feel, bro. If we're wrong and we don't know what we talking about, let us hear your view, bro. If you don't mind, Spider-Man, because you just being negative, bro. And we hear on some positive stuff, but we respecting everybody's opinion. But you talking about we don't know what we talking about. You just trolling, bro. Like
I don't even, I'm not even, hey, don't even worry about him. I don't even know
that's why I need that rinse, Jay.
Hey, but let me yeah. Let me exit out of here because he's lost to the sauce. I got a bunch of people coming in, but young Tiny, man, I appreciate you. I'm gonna figure that out too. On another one. I gotta go back and double back on that.
Hey, anyway, much love, bro. I'll be in the comments, bro. If you stay on longer, I'll tap back in. But you know I'm here to support, bro. We will fight on, bro.
We will fight on, yes, sir. Enjoy your weekend too. Yeah.
LA Dan. LA Dan, are you there?
Hey.
Dan, what's the word?
Oh, what's the word? Man, I got on here late. Man, I got on here. I heard you guys just talking about players being disrespected. I was like, what's going on?
No. You were stacked up in the queue. There's so many people in here, but I got a limit, so I got to talk real quick because they keep telling me like you got too many people in here and other people trying to get in. So I got to you got to try to make it quick for me though. But how's it going though?
Oh yeah, no, it's going good. Yeah, no, when players mess up, because I know it's college, I go after the coaches. I get mad, like, what are they doing in practice? How are they developing these people? Because they're 18 and 19, they won't even see their full potential till they get to like their second year in the NFL or something. So they got, I mean, some of these kids won't make the NFL, some will. So I'm never mad at like college kids, but I get mad at the coaches though. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like we could have won that game. You know, I told you, like, I went back and looked at that play. 1:55 left in the game. They had the ball at the 16. I just feel they could have got another first down and made them use some timeouts. Because, I know you say you take the points, but our defense wasn't going to stop them all game. And I just feel our offense was our defense at that point. They should have just took some time off that ball. Maybe because I watch too much NFL, and I know if they see Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes on that other side, and they know they have 1 minute left, they're not going to give them that ball with only 2-point lead. And the way our defense was playing, they made it seem like Tom Brady was on the other side of the field. But I don't know. In my opinion, I would have just, I felt they could at least try and go for first down before they scored and made them use it as timeouts. Maybe there's less time. They have to kick a further field goal because there's not as much time to get to where they were. I don't know. That's just how I feel. They could have.
No, I feel you. I'm honestly like I'm kind of like 50-50 with it. Like it's hard to leave those points on the board. And Jaden Mayava saw Makai Lemon, and I understand it. Like you got it. He took that shot, but then on the flip side, I feel both sides. Honestly, man, it's like darn if you do, darn if you don't. Because if they would have ran that ball and then try to run it off the clock, somebody fumble. We already had a fumble in the game already. So do you want to try to run the clock off? I kind of feel like you do, but then. And the coach may be thinking, look, we fumbled already. Let's take the shot. I mean, so it's kind of one of those sticky situations. And he probably believed in the defense and said, look, we scoring. It's only a minute and 48. That's a lot of time, man. But you just felt like you had enough confidence in your defense to at least get one stop. But that wasn't the case. Jay, you had anything on that?
Well, yeah, a minute 48 and still like all the timeouts that they still had. So
right.
If in the moment, I was hoping that we didn't score as quickly.
Me too. That's how I feel.
That's the truth because I didn't like statistically and looking at the percentage, I'm like, we haven't really stopped them from driving down the field consistently all game. And the two stops that we did, they were what I would consider superhero like heroic accomplishments of forcing fumbles. One of them was even questionable, right? One of those fumbles we got. So I would have preferred personally just if we would have taken a little more time off the clock. But you know what? The ball just didn't bounce our way, guys. I can't whine over this game. I don't want to. One, I'm going to take my hat off to Illinois for bouncing back over some extreme hardship from the week before. They came home. They scheduled us for an epic homecoming game. It was every bit of Big Ten football. It was every bit of a classic that we probably will talk about for some time to come, as this seems to be a new emerging rivalry. And the fact of the matter is we got outperformed, and I think our coaches are going to use this as fuel to continue to enhance the overall aptitude of all of our players in this new conference. And I can say that the officials allowed these athletes to play for the most part. And sometimes some of those calls went our way, sometimes they did not. But overall, this was a USC loss more than it was an Illinois win. So
that's what I said.
We lost the game. Lost the game with lack of execution and not being able to stop the ball from moving downfield on us. And hey, man, I just got to say hats off to a really well-prepared Illinois team that's fighting for their, fighting for their season. Now we're in that situation, so let's go. Let's get it.
Absolutely. All right, Dan, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to take some of these other calls, man, because we're about to hit an hour here.
All right, cool. Fight on. They beat Michigan and everything's going to settle.
Absolutely. All right. I know we about to run over. Let me get some of these calls real quick. I think I see Key. Key.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What up, KB?
Man,
hey,
yo, it look like you blurred up.
Hey, bro, you in the Matrix. Where you at?
Really? Hold on.
You got oh, there you go. Wow. Man, what you have some icing on your stuff, man, or what? Keith, did you have some icing? You have some ice cream?
Yeah.
Keith had a blueberry pie, bro.
I be making chocolate sometimes and get caught up in the kitchen and I didn't know.
He did that thing like a grandma at church. Boy, come here, let me get the mic.
Old school on him.
Oh my
it
God.
Worked, didn't it?
Did it work?
It did work. Keith, what's the word, man? What's the word?
Hey, man, listen. You got to have a short memory in this game.
That's
all know that. Illinois has exercised that. They exercised it very well. They scouted us well. They looked at our game film. They saw the holes. They took advantage of it. Now, as far as the line play, I did see a lot of questionable calls that were missed, but at the same time, we didn't get the production that we needed.
That's right.
We didn't get any sacks. And when we did get penetration, we forced them out the pocket, and there was no spy to capitalize on that. So
yeah,
there's a lot of things that were missing in our defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Guys, we lost. We lost this game. We will come back. We will come back. I lost 2 games and won an Orange Bowl at the end of the season, right? And we had a Heisman winning quarterback. We'll be all right.
3, and I've had bad games in all 3 of those games.
Yeah, it's a part of it, man. It's a part of growing and learning how to be a young man in this sport. And our coaches are going to get better. I guarantee you, our coaches are going to get better. Our players are going to get better, and the standard is very high. And that's why we're hurt, because we believe. We're hurt because we believe. That's why.
We know that they're better than this.
Here's the thing: what they used to say about Trojans and the fans, they only care about beating Notre Dame, beating UCLA, and going to the Rose Bowl. That's all they care about. Now times has changed. You still need to beat those guys and get a national championship. Now we got some new rivals, and you need to beat all these guys. That's all they care about, is win. We're spoiled. University spoiled children. That's what they call this, right? So get over it, because we do have a capacity to lose sometimes. Nobody's perfect. We do not walk on water. Only one man walked on water. That was ages ago. So have a short memory. Get ready for the next game. We got a whole 2 weeks to get ready and relax.
That's true.
Hey, look at it this way. At least we're not UCLA.
It ain't 0-5 or 0-4.
Hey,
Keith, you just said something though powerful, man. You said we got to have a short memory, man. You know what? Think about this. I want fans to think about this. if the team would continue to dwell on things the way they dwell on them all week, like a whole little ceremony all week, they wouldn't have no preparation at all. Wouldn't be prepared for nothing. They'd just be lost in the depressed sauce all week long.
You cannot worry about what happened last week. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone. Right? So let's go.
Absolutely.
I'm with you, big bro.
Absolutely. So Keith, I'm gonna have to drop. You see this thing? It says the call in is full. Like people are trying to call in, so I ain't never seen it stacked. I mean, it's stacked left and right. Inside it has a thing in there. I gotta try to drop one off to let one in.
We got a lot to say, man.
Hey Keith, hey, we hearing from you guys, man. Hey Keith, anything real quick that you wanted to say?
Short memory, just short memory, and keep the faith, man, and fight on. That's all we can do. Hey, Paulie, man, I'm gonna come check your show out, man. I love what you were just saying, man. That's real. You my kind of guy. Man. You know what I'm saying? You were just like Jay. I found Jay, and I ain't never left nowhere else. Because of those type of content creators, man, is what drove me to Jay.
Hey, Keith, by the way, for those who know, we got 416 people in here. Keith is the first former Trojan I ever interviewed. And I'll never forget that. 1979. That was a joke, Keith. That was a joke. Hey, that was a joke. 1984. See, you think I didn't know the date. 1984 USC football team.
Yes, sir.
Linebacker, number 17, Keith Biggers.
Yes, sir. Rose Bowl 85.
Rose Bowl 85. Appreciate you, fam.
Hey, man, we'll go ahead and get out of here, man. Make some room for some more people. Unless you got to go, then, hey, just sign off. Fight on, folks. Keep the faith.
All right, fight on, Keith.
Fight on.
All right, Jim.
Let's see. Alan. Oh, well, maybe he's gone. Stefan.
What's the deal, fellas? What's going on with y'all, man?
How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm hanging in there, fellas. I kind of want to say what kind of what Young Tiny was saying too about these trolls, and it's like, these trolling, and now we finna have commits flip and all. It's one game, bro. Like, chill out, man. Like, y'all ain't no real fans if y'all just think one. And then kind of what Jaywalk was saying too earlier, and yesterday I had called the CBS cast or whatever, and they was talking about it like it's a new era now. There is not no top tier, like every year that we go into the football season, we know Clemson gonna be there, we know Ohio, we know Alabama. There's no clear cut favorites no more. You know what I mean? It's a new era now with the NIL. Anybody can go out here and go win one. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a little different. You know what I mean? So, one game we lost, one game, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I was hurt. I felt just like y'all. Damn, we scored too fast. You know what I mean? But it is what it is at the end of the day. And thank God, I've been clamoring for this for so long that you had to go undefeated during the regular season just to get to the national championship anyway, because I like the way the NFL do it. I like the way you can lose some games, but then when you get into the tournament, you could turn it up. And you can run and make a run. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Oh, I got to go undefeated and I got to worry about putting up style points and all this other. I just rather pay win or lose. I don't like all that. Oh, you got to blow this team out and all this. I just like straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I like the way it is. It's getting to that point now where you ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just the best team wins. I feel like, let's just be honest, I don't feel like Texas and Vince Young and them was the best team that won. Let's just be honest, whatever.
We know his knee was down. I'll never forget
that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, if you take that 7 points away, we won the game. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the best teams don't always win or whatever. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we can't be, like y'all was saying, throwing negative comments and talking about this, the kids and calling out kids and stuff. Like, I mean, they ain't kids, young men or whatever I should say. But at the end of the day, they gonna make mistakes. It's a part of football or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we just got to learn from it and get better. I just want everybody to get healthy come next week or whatever, because, coming Michigan coming in and we want to just bounce back or whatever and keep that train rolling. It's unfortunate that we can't come in 5-0 like we thought we was, because I just felt like we was a better team than them. But they caught us on a good day or whatever, and they took care of business or whatever. We like Jay Walk said, we killed ourselves. My
Absolutely.
opinion.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate the comment, fam. Definitely
Well, most
appreciate it.
definitely.
I totally agree with you too.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I just wanted to say that, but I also want to say if Lemon and Eric Gentry for sure come. I know we ain't talking about the draft, but come this up and coming draft, don't go first round draft picks because them dudes is first round draft picks. Period.
Hey,
it ain't even no up for discussion.
I think we got a Buckets Award and a Bolitnikoff Award winner.
That boy Lemon is, and I've been watching him since he was at Los Alamitos with Nelson or whatever. So I know what he went off on American Heritage or whatever, and they was getting mad at him like y'all let this dude get off on us.
Hey, he had I was telling somebody about that last night. He had 200, I think, and 20-something yards receiving. But look, he was all over them, bro, all over the field, man. And he went crazy.
He made Brandon Innings and them look. They didn't do nothing but salute to them. They was like, man, this dude right here, real. Like I knew he was gonna be something special. Like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we gonna be all right, man. Just everybody keep their faith, dog, and all this. At the end of the day, good teams, they have bad games or whatever. We gonna bounce back or whatever. We're gonna take care of business or whatever. I felt like it's like you said, the coaches, it's on them to implement and get on their case or whatever about like, look, we can't have this. And even we need them leaders in the locker room, even if y'all got to call a team meeting with players only or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Look, I want to go out with a bang this year. You know what I'm saying? That's what EG and them all should be saying. Like, look, let's just go out there and handle our business and let's leave it all out there on the field or whatever. You know what I mean? But after that, we good. I just wanted to say that or whatever. And all the trolls and all this people talking about flips and all this, man, people want to be at USC right now. It's going on. It's happening at USC, dog. So y'all need to stop with all that and put some respect on USC name, whatever. Like we not a blue blood, like we not one of them type of programs or whatever. That's what irritates me or whatever. Cause it's like, they look at us like, oh, like if we're a Southwest College or something like that, man, if y'all don't stop playing, like we're the Dukes and we're the Kentuckys of the football. You know what I mean? Like we're that, you know what I'm saying? And respect that or whatever at the end of the day. But but I'm gonna let y'all guys know it's a pile up, but fight on, dog. But most definitely, I'll be
man, Allen is here, but I guess let's see. I'm only gonna take a few more, man. We're gonna get out of here. It's a bunch in here. Leon.
This my last one.
USCJ Walk, what's happening?
What's the word, Leon? My bad on the weight, man. They stacking up big time up in here, man.
It's all good. Listen, I had to jump on a road bike this morning, go put 41 miles in the road, man. I had to get away from these people, man. Hey, listen, USC fans. Number one, stop worrying about these people on Twitter. It's bots, yo. You know what I mean? Like real SC fans, we keep it 10 toes. You know what I mean? We not soft. Let them bots, you know what I mean, say what they gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The other thing I want to talk about was, Lincoln Riley scoring so early. They scored earlier than everybody wanted. But if you look back at the Purdue game where my man Bishop got 2 interceptions, both in the end zone. Eric Gentry last year in Michigan punching out the ball to get the running back to fumble deep in their territory. He got the fumble, forced the fumble when they was going in for a touchdown. Maybe Lincoln was like, one of my stars is going to make a play.
Right.
I have faith in Danton Lynn and the defense for somebody in the clutch to make a play. So, hey, man, I'm riding with the team, bro. I'm riding with the team.
Absolutely. That's it.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm with you 100%, man. And I can obviously see it, like I said, both sides of it. And it didn't work out for us. At the end of the day, they were just a better team that day, man. And we just got to call it like it is. And we're gonna have another time. Sometimes losing like this, I believe it was beneficial for Illinois. I believe it could be beneficial for us. How we use it, how we utilize that energy.
And one more thing, everybody, Notre Dame lost first game of the season to North Illinois last year, and they was in the chip. I'm not saying we're going to the chip, but you can bounce back from a loss. That's all I'm saying. And
look at Illinois loss. Look at Illinois loss. Look at Florida State beating Virginia. Look at Alabama losing against South Florida. Listen, we lost by just a couple of points, man, and we're at Illinois. It's totally. I think if anybody got the best loss, it's us. I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but if you look at anybody got the best loss, who has a better loss?
Nah, nobody I think of.
Alabama loss is worse. You know, Virginia beat Florida State. That's worse. They were both not ranked. At least we lost against a ranked team at home, and we had them up in a minute and 48, 41 seconds. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying, if you look at it from that perspective, it's all about how you view things.
Exactly. So listen, I'm gonna drop off. Let someone else get on, man.
All right. Yeah, I gotta get. All right, Phil.
That's a great take, Leon.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. All right, Jay, you out of here, man. It's over. I'm about to get out of here too, man. It ain't. Let me just take a few more of these, and I'm Alan. For whatever reason, it's not connecting. I saw you come in, but I can't connect you.
Chris
You must have went in
forever.
Yeah. So I'm about to let me answer this one real quick.
Hey, love
Kumasi.
What up, Kumasi?
What's happening?
What's up, family?
Hey guys, I want to talk to Kumasi. I gotta bounce, but listen.
Hey, J-Walk, before you bounce, I need you in on this though, fam.
Let me hear you out.
Yeah, man. Hey, only thing that I want is for them to run from McKay to the sword, man. If you got philosophies like how you do one thing, how you do everything, if you got discipline and you got warrior in your heart, we can't lose the tradition and have people walk into the sword. I seen the video, I posted it on the Instagram. The only person I seen running to the sword was the Hawaiian lion. And so J-Walk, you know the tradition. We can't let it peter out. We gotta hustle to the sword.
It's true, man. I think we just need some cultural representatives and historic representatives to go back and talk to the squad to help them understand what things mean and why it is as significant as it is. I mean, I'm game. Maybe I should try to link up with Mike Will to see if I can get in there and talk to these young men. I've been just praying and loving them from afar this season because I know that they in their bag right now. So look, I believe in this squad. I believe in these coaches. I believe in the culture that we have. Every person on our staff, every piece of administrative work that has been done to get us where we are today, I'm fully locked in. I'm a forever fan. Not only that, but I'm a former Trojan myself. So I'm with them. Win or lose, I'm with them. You know, it's blood and bone right here. And so it hurts because I feel like it's me. You know, I feel like I'm them. So, and you know, we hate those L's, but a lot of this stuff is character developing. And I can't think of any champion that reached the highest level without going through, you know, these levels of adversity to fortify themselves competitively. So with that being said, man, it's really great to talk with you, Kumasi, for sure. Great show, guys. Hey,
yeah, I'm about to be out too.
Love you guys more than you know. Make sure you hype up the video for USCJ. Make sure you comment, get in there. You know, everybody is entitled to your opinion. I don't choose to criticize personalities. I criticize performance. And I think that's where the line should be drawn. If you talk about someone's humanity, that's different than talking about their ability. So let's keep it into perspective, because these are human people, and some people are going through more things than you could ever imagine, just like you might be going through certain things that we could ever imagine. So just loan each other our faith and our consistency and our support, and we all gonna be all right. We're gonna make it through this thing called life, as we all are pretty much trying to figure it out really day by day for the first time. Last thing I'm gonna leave us with is we got a USCJ and I got some special guests lined up. It's gonna be slightly off of what we have been speaking of, but the topic is gonna be really remarkable. It's one of my former USC Trojan brothers. We're gonna give you a little bit more detail about that in a later meeting, but we've got a handful of really remarkable guests that are gonna come in, especially during this bye week. So stay tuned for that. Fight on.
Absolutely. All right, Kumasi. Hey, appreciate you. Love you, brother.
Love y'all too.
Right on.
Family. All right, yeah, that's it. All right, family. So look, I'm out of here, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Look, man, it's been a pretty productive live. And look, man, we're gonna continue to fight on, man. God bless these young brothers, man. We're gonna pick up from the mistakes. We're gonna continue to move and groove. Like we said, There are a lot of teams that have losses on their record, but at the end of the day, we one of them. And now we just got to pick up the slack, pick up the slack where we lack that, man. So look, man, until later on, everybody stay blessed. I'm out of here, man. Fight on, fight on, fight on.